List of documents which DV lottery winners must prepare. So if you are a DV lottery 2024 entrant, you must watch this video, because after winning, these are the exact documents you may need to prepare. So before we jump into our video, if you are watching this and haven't subscribed to this channel, please do that and give me a thumbs up so that YouTube can share it with other people. Before wasting any time, let's jump into our video. So first, you need to fill this form called Department of State 260, or in short, DS260. In order to access this form, you will need to enter your DV case number to fill the form. After filling the form, you have to submit it online. Also, don't forget to print the confirmation page and bring it with you on the day of your interview. Just know that you will have to enter all your family members in your DS260 application. For example, let's say you are not married or had a child at the time of your initial entry, but later on you got married or had a child, so you need to include them in your DS260 application. In the other way around, if you were having a spouse or child and you fail to include them in your original entry and later on you include them in your DS260, for you, your case is over because you will be disqualified at the time of your interview. Let's move on to passport. You and each member of your family must have a valid passport. Even if you have 1-day-old child, you must provide passport for that baby. Also, the passport of each and every member of your family must be at least 6 months validity beyond the issuance date of your visa. So let's jump on to birth certificate. You must provide an original birth certificate and one notary certified copy. You can do the same scenario for all your family members if you have. Also, if you are an adopted person, you must submit the original and a notary certified copy of the final adoption decree. Yeah, let's move on to unobtainable birth certificate. Let's say, for example, you lost your birth certificate and you tried in all means in your country, you are unable to obtain one. So in that case, you should proceed to obtain a secondary evidence of birth. Let's move on to marriage certificate or marriage termination records. If you are married, you must provide a marriage certificate and one notary certified copy of it. Like most parts in Africa, we have this traditional marriage thing. But if you are married traditionally and you don't have a marriage certificate, I suggest you try in all means to find a certificate for that. Again, marriage termination records. If you are divorced, you need to provide proof of the marriage termination. No matter how many times you are divorced, you need to provide proof of each. Let's move on to other document reflecting name change. Let's say, for example, the name on your birth certificate is different from the one on your school document or passport. You must provide a valid evidence to the consular officer on the day of your interview that this is you. Let's move on to photograph. You need to provide one photograph of yourself and each of your family member, regardless of age. Dimensions of the passport photo must be 5 by 5 centimeter and it must be taken within the last 6 months. Let's move on to evidence of required education or work experience. For this evidence of education requirement, only the main applicant needs to meet this requirement. It has nothing to do with the derivatives, but the main applicant must provide a certified copy of a school diploma confirming successful completion of a secondary or higher education. For example, if you are a Sierra Leonean, you must provide your WAS result. In that result, you must have at least 5 subjects. English or math must be included on that 5 subjects. Then you are good to go. If you do not qualify by education, there is another way. Work experience. If you have by work, you must provide a documentary evidence of 2 years work experience within the past 5 years in an occupation requiring at least 2 years of training or experience to perform. As I said before, only the main applicant needs to meet this requirement as well. Let's move on to police certificate. You must provide a police certificate for each county that you have reside in for more than 6 months after attaining the age of 16. This is applicable to all your family members that are 16 years old and above. I know this police certificate thing is a little bit deep, but hey, anywhere you are around the world, if you need help on how to obtain a police certificate from a specific country, please let me know. I promise I will try my best to help. Let's move on to court and prison records. Of course, this is self-explanatory. If you've ever been convicted of a crime, regardless of what happened, you must provide court records or any prison records. All your court and prison records must be in English translations. Let's move on to military records. If you have been to the military, you must provide any military service records. Let's move on to deportation papers. If you've been deported from the United States, you must provide a documentary evidence of that. Okay? So let's move on to original document. You must present originals of all civil documents on the day of your interview, and they will be returned back to you after the visa interview. Let's move on to translations. All your documents must be accompanied by a notary certified English translations if the originals are in other language. Let's move on to results of medical examination. You need to go with the result of your medical examination that you were given at the clinic or hospital to the embassy on the day of your interview. Finally, visa fee. You will have to pay a non-refundable fee, which is 330 USD. If you have a family, you will have to pay for each of them that amount. The payment must be made at the embassy on the day of your interview in cash or by credit card. This is all for today. If you have any question, just drop it on the comment section down below or hit me on IG. I will try my best to reply you. If you found this video useful, smash that thumbs up button and consider subscribing for more content like this every single time I drop a video. Thank you very much for watching. Until then, peace.